We've made it and it's finally sunny in the UK in the morning. Let's go. So we are 5 weeks out from the photo shoot in Marbella. And in this video, I'm going to show you boys how to lay out your calories and macros to get lean for summer and why I'm leaving the UK. So let's get it.
Right, boys, as promised, I'm going to put you on some game of actually how to set your calories and what you need to track to make some serious progress to get absolutely diced for summer. So I promise you, if you watch all this, you'll know how to set them out for once and for all. I'm not going to charge you, I'm just going to give you this game because I'm nice like that. And that's how it should be, because I want everyone to be looking sick for summer. So how to set up your calories and get shredded for summer. Step one, boys, most importantly, find out your maintenance calories, which also people will throw the term around total daily energy expenditure. So this basically means, in simple terms, how many calories you need to just stay alive in terms of like vital organs, your expenditure at the moment, just how many calories you need just to maintain your current body weight. So for example, if you're 85 kg, how many calories every single day do you just need to maintain that weight? This doesn't include your gym sessions, it doesn't include your steps, it just your baseline level basically. So you can do this in two ways. It depends how much time you've got. If you are lazy, use a calorie calculator online, but they are not super accurate. They are they're taking a few variables. The main thing you want to track and kind of find out is your job. What work do you do? Are you a laborer? Do you work from home? Because that's going to dictate how many calories you need. But you basically want to find out that number because that is key. Or if you have a bit more time and you want to know that very accurately, I recommend just tracking for a week using MyFitnessPal. Really easy app. You can download it from the App Store. It's free. And then input all your data, track for 7 days, and then take the average. And then that number, whatever that is, for argument's sake, let's make it easy, 2,500 calories. That's how many you need just to stay alive. So it's really important you find that number. Or like I said, you can use a calorie calculator online. Then step two, you must put yourself in a calorie deficit. If you don't do this, you're not going to make any progress. Simple as that. That can be done in two ways. That can be done through expenditure with cardio or steps, or it can be done through your diet. If you don't do that, you're going to fail. Simple as that. So put yourself in a calorie deficit, and that can be, so for argument's sake, let's say your total daily energy expenditure, your maintenance calories is 2,500. Put yourself in a couple hundred calories deficit. So you could put yourself straight into 2,400, 2,300, and then you're in a deficit. And that can come, like I said, from diet or just doing more cardio. Instead of doing 10 minutes, do 20. Instead of doing 5k steps a day, do 10. It's as simple as that, boys. And then your gym sessions as well, that's on top. Step three, once you have that total, you want to work out your macros. This is the main bit that people get wrong and people just mess up. So it's really important that you set your macros properly. And it sounds really complicated, but it's really not. So in terms of protein, everyone will have like a set kind of protein that they like to use. I always like to, for myself and for clients, is set this high. In a cut, you want to retain all your muscle mass and you want to pack on more size. So I always go for around 2 to 2.4 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Or if you're kind of overweight, I'd use your ideal body weight in kilograms instead of your current weight. Because, for example, if you're like 150 kg, if you're going to times that by 2.4, that's just a silly amount of protein. So you want your ideal body weight or just your current body weight. So yeah, for argument's sake again, let's say you're 85 kg and your total calories are 2,500. That would be 204 grams of protein, because in simple, all it is, I'll get the maths up on the phone, 85 times 2.4 equals 204 grams of protein. And that's as simple as that. Some people will say you need less, some people will say you need more. This is what I've done, this is what works for me, it's what works for my clients. Feel free to use whatever one you want, but I always opt for higher because number one, in a cut, it's the most satiating macro. Number two, I just love meat. Why wouldn't you want to eat more steak, more chicken? And it just works, it does the job. In terms of fats, ideally for most guys, 40 to 60 grams, between that is more than enough. You need plenty of fats for healthy brain function, your joints, but in a fat loss phase, it's not sustainable. So you want to put that between 40 grams to 60. I'd always opt around at the start, have them slightly higher, and then start decreasing them when needed. So that is kind of how I usually work out fats, but it all depends on your current situation and client. Like it's all kind of tailored towards you, but that is what I'd do if I'm doing it roughly. Obviously I need to know more questions about like the actual individual, because then it makes it even more tailored. And then carbs, the rest of your calories will go there, because you still want to fuel yourself around your workouts, and you want to make sure you're having plenty of carbs just to keep your body functioning. One thing you can do if you want to be more advanced, some people just have set calories for one day. I would recommend, if you want to make quicker progress, is carb cycling. So training day, you have training day calories where you have more carbohydrates because you're working out. Then rest day, you have slightly lower calories. So for example, let's say this is your training day calories. You weigh 85 kg. On training days, you have 2,500, 204 grams of protein, 55 grams of fats, and 297 grams of carbs. And then on your rest days, you'd have 2,200 calories instead, and then you just slightly decrease the carb amount and increase the fats. That's what I'd recommend. And yeah, that's literally it. That's how I program for clients, that's how I program for myself, and then that is how I get results. And then in terms of step 4, also if you're super lazy and want a website to work this out for you, I did attach a link here. So I will actually tie this on to this one here because I didn't mean to tie it on there. So if you click on this website, it will work out your macros for you. If you click on this, it takes you to a really good website where you can put in your age, weight, height, and then your kind of job role. Like, are you a labourer? Are you working away from home? Are you working like doing a bit of exercise? And then it will basically work out them. But you got to take it with a pinch of salt. It's not as accurate as doing it yourself, but I'll put it there just for you guys as well. So step 4, time frame and goal. How long are you going to be cutting for? Do you have 16 weeks? Do you have 12 weeks? Do you have 8 weeks? Do you have 6 weeks? Or do you have 4 weeks? That's going to be a literal turbo cut. But this will dictate how aggressive you need to be. Ideally, if it's your first cut, or you want to have as long runway as possible. So I recommend always starting slow, so you reduce the amount of muscle mass you're going to lose, because you always want to maintain that strength. I'd recommend 16 to 12 weeks. But I get it, some people are going to have 6, some people are going to have 8 weeks before they go on holiday. So some people need to be more aggressive than others. It depends how much body fat you have to lose. And then you want a goal and a reason why. Do you have a trip away? Do you have a holiday with the boys? Do you want to get lean to go on a trip with the missus? Do you just want to feel better, more confident about yourself? Then make sure we have a reason why, because when we have a reason why behind it, fat loss, a cutting process is fucking hard. If you don't have a reason why, you're not going to stick to it, because you're going to get hungry. It's inevitable you're going to get hungry, because like I said here, fat loss is not meant to be sustainable. You want to minimize the amount of time you spent in this phase. And clearly I can't spell phase. So yeah, but you basically want to minimize the amount of time you're spending in this phase, or you're just going to be in that for a long time and you're going to hate your life because it's not a vibe. Then step 5, you want to track data. You need to make data-driven decisions. So things I'd recommend to track: weekly progress pictures, absolutely key. Then from that, scale weight. Then your nutrition with MyFitnessPal, workout data, hydration. They're probably like the key things that I'd recommend to track. And because I'm extremely nice, if you drop me a nice message on Instagram, which is just my full name, James Corbett ___, or if you drop a comment down below, then I will send you this document that I use for my clients where you can track your workout data, where you can have a client log. It works out all your averages of data, your steps, training rest day, and calories, and it'll work out the weekly average. So it's pretty fucking sick, to be fair. And then there's a meal plan document on there as well. You can have your measurements, your cardio, and your supplements. So I'm sorting you boys out because I'm nice like that. So drop me a message and send me across your email and I'll send it to you. Then other than that, execute and make adjustments depending on progress. I actually can't spell. Yeah, I actually can't spell. So yeah, you want to just adjust things. You don't want to use all your tools straight away at a cut. If you put yourself on super low calories and super high cardio, you have no other tools left to use at the back end. So start off slow, take it easy, and give yourself more time than you need, because there's always more body fat to lose than you think. Then that's it, boys. That's exactly how you set your calories to get shredded for summer. Bash! Guys, let me put you on the best pre-workout known to man. So we got honey. We're going to put around 20 grams on these rice cakes. And then we got 5 rice cakes. Then also nearly forgot the best ingredient. You got to have some salt on there for the pump. So let me show you. So we're going to drizzle honey. Then we're going to have the salt. So we're going to get a big sodium pump, quick releasing carbs, and then that sweet treat on top as well, so they actually taste decent as well. And then obviously more carbs. So carbs, sodium pump. Unreal. And there we have it. The best pre-workout known to man.
Find me in the overdrive. Falling into overnights. Counting on the silver lines. I don't wanna waste this. Let me get some light. Don't say me gonna run the miles. Let me come to life. Don't blame me, got it on my mind. Let me come to life. Let me come to life.
I am well and truly ruined after that. Insane session, great pump, and then 40 minutes of cardio to finish off. This cardio at first, it's just so hard initially doing it, and then once you're doing it, it's fine. Because I either just watch a YouTube video, message clients back, do a bit of outreach. So now I'm just like really getting into my gears of just locking in with this photo shoot prep, and honestly the results are coming. You probably saw what I'm looking like at the moment. We're around 73 to 74 kg, so we're looking good, and we're still got 5 weeks left to really capitalize on it. And I really want to bring my best package, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I've never looked this good in my life. So honestly, wow, it's actually so dark. Yeah, I've never looked this good in my life. So it's really going to be like, it's already been life changing, to be honest. Like looking like this is pretty cool. Like, not to toot my own horn. Obviously I'm an online coach, so I'm meant to look good, but actually getting this lean, I've never got this lean in my life. So it's going to be a whole new ball game, and I'm documenting it to show you guys that you can do the same. You can put your mind to it, and I can be the guy, can get you there as well. But all it takes is that belief and that structure around your lifestyle to actually make it happen. And that's why I coach, and that's why I coach other people, and it's the best thing ever, just getting people in the best possible shape. And not everyone can see the potential they have, and that is my job to bring out of other people. And I want to light that spark in as many people that I can speak to, that I can inspire to on here in every way, shape and form. So that's a big passion of mine, and why I love documenting it on YouTube, to inspire people to do the same, to take action, to get in shape. Whether that's a photo shoot, whether that's just going to the gym and improving if you've never been to before, because I didn't start out like this at all. I was a skinny guy, but the gym was a massive catalyst for me to actually build that confidence, look better, feel better, speak to girls, build a business out of it. Fitness was the catalyst for success in my life. And that's why I'm so passionate about everyone getting in shape, because honestly, everything from there, it is like downstream of success. But yeah, that was just came straight from the heart. But yeah, that is just how I feel after just putting in blood, sweat and tears for this photo shoot prep. So 5 weeks out, the best is yet to come, boys. Let's get it. And the last thing I want to speak about before I wrap this vlog up is why I want to leave the UK. And it's always been my mission, to be honest, because I thrive when I'm in different environments. And the environment that I'm not in at the moment, like nothing against my family or anything like that, it's just not where I'm meant to be to grow. Because as a guy, I believe you should have freedom. You should have freedom in where you want to live, where you want to stay, your environment. And if you're not in the environment for growth, then simply you have the power to change that. And I have the power for where I run an online coaching business is that I can work from my laptop. So I have the beauty of being able to travel. So that is why I want to leave the UK. And it's just, I hate to be that guy that says like, oh yeah, the UK is dying. But the thing is, it's not set up for entrepreneurs. The people are so cynical most of the time, which really puts me off. And just, there's so much more of the world that I want to see to grow. So every time I travel, I come back and think, oh, I've got to go back to that routine, that life. And I want to explore, I want to escape, and I want to have that freedom to live life on my own terms. And that's going to be done in different places. So if you're a regular subscriber to this channel, you'll know I want to move to Marbella. And that was the plan. I was planning to move to Marbella in June. But basically, long story short is I'm not going to get approved for that visa now, because the company that I was using, they assumed I was limited, which I'm just self-employed at the moment. So I've basically got to wait 12 months before I can move to Spain, which is very, very upsetting, but it means it opens up new opportunities. So long story short is I'm going to test out Bali and I'm going to test out Thailand, because I've never been to South Asia. So I'm going to test it because, number one, you can live like a king there. It has a great environment for growth. In terms of, I want to be around the key kind of requirements that I want the sun all year round. I want that great lifestyle. Has to have great gyms, has to have great coffee, and it has to have an environment where I can network with other people to grow. So that is what I want, and that's why I want to be around daily, because networking is key, and so are the other requirements, and that is what I believe I want to set up my life like. So that is why I basically want to leave the UK. So the plan is I'm going to Marbella in June for obviously this shoot. June the 1st, going there for a month still, and then I'm going to come back early July. I've got an event in London on the 5th, and then I'm going to test out Bali, or I'm going to test out Koh Samui. I'm going to go to either one first. I'm going to test out either one for a month, and then the other one for a month, then probably come back September for my birthday, and then go back to whichever one I like the most, and then that's where I'm going to set up for a year. So it's exciting. Like, I was pretty set on staying in Spain. Like, I love Marbella. It's one of my favourite places. There's something special about it because I've had some of my best months there in business, being around all my people that I know, and it's just, honestly, and it's a great place. You need to go there. But yeah, I'm really excited about these new opportunities now, because I've never been to Thailand, and Koh Samui is the place that I want to be, because one of my favourite YouTubers, Jack Hopkins, he's all about growth, self-development, being the guy, living life on your own terms and having that freedom. He says Koh Samui is one of the best places he went, because he basically went there, left his 9 to 5, saved up 10 grand, went there and then built his personal brand, built his business, and he says it was such a great place, and he's a big advocate for that. So we're going to see if it lives up to the hype and give it a test. So that is the travel plans, and that's why I want to leave the UK. But I don't want to paint you out to be like, the UK isn't a bad place. It's not. It's just not the place for me at the moment. So that's why I want to get out. Simple as that. Like, there's no hate. It's just not the place for me at the moment. So I want to escape and change my environment, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to wrap up the end of the video. If you got this far, drop down a comment, hit that like rating. I'll see you in the next one, people. 5 weeks out, baby. So let's get it. In a bit, people.